Good day, everybody. Van Silk. Sitting here with Rock Bottom Sports, WNBA Ballers. Today's topic is going to be a little different. I want to talk about the racism amongst the fans that are true NBA and WNBA followers and those that are fans of just one player. Let's stop the racism talk and the posting, because I engage in some of these postings to let people know, hey, listen, stop acting like the NBA is going to fold because of one player. So today's topic is going to be about the meltdown of the Caitlin Clark fans. Because a lot of them are not fans of the Fever. They're fans of Caitlin Clark. Seen a lot of comments of, she's out for the rest of the year, I'm not watching no more basketball. So then you were just only watching because of her. And here's the problem. There are 156 players in the WNBA. Now, if you don't know their names, that's your problem, because that means that you don't follow sports. Number two, well, the ticket sale is going to go down. No. The ticket sale is going to go down for the Fever, not nobody else. Now, if they playing the Fever, that's one thing. But the ticket sales on the other teams are not going to go down. Do you think the average fan that watch basketball, that's a fan of the Liberty or the Storm or the Lynx or Dallas or the Mercury or the Dreams, do you think they care about the Fever game when they got their own team that they're rooting for, that they want to win a championship? They don't care. That's just the Fever. They got all these national games, so now the national games is going to suck because Clark ain't playing, and then it hurts the league because they want to combine all the Fever drastic drop in numbers. They want to. It gets combined with those teams who are not suffering with the numbers. Let's just keep it 100. Caitlin Clark is her own worst enemy because her management team, which is a very, very powerful management team, really got more control over how things is being dictated in that Indiana organization. So you don't go out here and start blaming Stephanie White. Don't blame her. Last year, y'all blamed Christy Side. Now you want to blame Stephanie White. Y'all don't understand this is a team effort. This ain't one player. Oh, well, you just need to let the ball fly. You know, you win by the three, you lose by the three. Threes don't win championships. Okay? You can't have a player that got to touch the ball on every possession, dribble the ball for 12, 13, 14 seconds and nothing materialize out the play. You pass it off, and then you standing still. You're not even moving around to try to get free like a Curry or a Miller that used to do when they play basketball. But I see the racism within the Fever fan base organization against other players. I see the YouTubers, and these some YouTube guys who just be hating. They just be hating. Like, it seems like they're getting paid to just talk about Caitlin Clark, but they're getting paid to knock other players down. I seen a post this morning, well, they got Lexi Hall and Sophie Cunningham and Chloe, the new girl Chloe, along with Caitlin and Aaliyah Boston, they should be good. So basically you're saying Howard and Mitchell don't count. Are you out of your goddamn mind? It's about race. Look what state they're in, Indiana. It's basically more white fans in Indiana. And those who go to see Caitlin Clark in other cities might be 5 hours away, 6 and then they make the trip. Okay, well, it is what it is. But the dynamics is not going to change if she don't play the rest of the year. People still going to watch the game. It's just the Fever is going to lose. Not the other teams. They're not losing. Angel Reese is out. I don't hear another fan, well, Angel Reese ain't playing. Oh, we ain't going to go to the game. You go to the game because you support the team. Win, lose, bad, good season, horrible season. I mean, at the end of the day, the Fever wasn't going to be a contender for the championship this year because they don't have the tools. You're not going to beat the Liberty. You ain't going to beat the Lynx. And I just want to say one other thing. You referees got to start making real calls. And I ain't talking about, well, Caitlin Clark get checked from the 94-foot. Yeah, because that's called basketball. It's called defense. Let the other players on the team beat us. Let's just disrupt the defense. That's what it's called. See, a lot of these meltdown fans of Caitlin Clark thinking she's supposed to get the ball, nobody's supposed to guard her, and just let her shoot because they want to see her score 30 or 40 points. But guess what? That is not going to happen in the WNBA because she don't have that ability to do that. That's not what she do. You did it in college. But these NBA players are gonna let you do that. They careers on the line. They can get cut from a team because they're not doing what they do. College, you ain't getting cut. You have a scholarship. But it's a meltdown of these fans. They almost, it's like 3 steps away from the mental breakdown. I believe that some of these YouTubers, and a lot of them are black. Surprisingly, these guys are the worst. I'll be making comments like, yo, dog, is there anything else y'all could talk about? And then you got this guy, Mick. So Clark is out. They want to blame Stephanie White. Stephanie White is the coach. You got the general manager of the team. Okay. No matter what coach you put in there, they're not going to be happy. Here's the funny thing. You don't see none of the Fever fans bragging about the Commissioner's Cup that the Fever won. Even though a lot of people might say, oh, the Commissioner Cup is some BS. Okay. But ain't none of the fans bragging. Wanna know why? Because Caitlin Clark wasn't part of the situation because she didn't play. So now they can't use that. So now when you got Boston, Howard, Mitchell, Donald, Cunningham, all on won the cup without Clark. She's a DNP, did not play. So now they can't brag about that. If she would have played, that would have been something the Fever fans would have been all year round. Yeah, man, they won. Caitlin Clark won the Commissioner Cup. Yeah. But they did it without her. And the teams that they beat to get there was no slouch teams. It's funny. They are funny. I don't want to disrespect nobody, but there's a few of them that are haters, and I think they racist. And I go on their path. Listen, man. Why in your conversation you talking about Caitlin Clark and then you got to bring up Angel Reese? Why you got to keep knocking her down? Or how you was talking about Skylar Diggins in the All-Star game because she got a triple-double. She was just running around, and then all of a sudden she decided to pass the ball. Why you got to knock her down? I'll never see you sit up here and say, hey, Skylar Diggins had a great game, so-and-so. You're even to the point, I'm watching the game, Fever game, and they was losing. And these guys just sitting here jumping up and down. Oh, the Fever. Oh, she just need to get a better shot selection and this and that. This is the game before she got hurt, allegedly hurt. For anybody who could sit up on the sidelines and jump up and down with a groin injury, all you alleged doctors and physicians, oh, well, it's good for her groin. Well, if it's good for her groin, she could take her ass out on the court and play. Skip Bayless said the most stupidest thing. Well, she set out the All-Star game to let people know how much she's needed. You know what? And I hear somebody else stupid say, well, if she don't play this year, the NBA is going to fold next year. No, it's not. It's not going to fold. It's not going nowhere. Okay? Get that in your mind, people. Become fans of basketball. How you a Fever fan, but you can sit right here and say, well, if Caitlin Clark is not playing no more, I'm not going to watch the WNBA until she come back. No, you're not watching WNBA. You was watching Fever basketball. That means you're not a fan of the Fevers. You're not. And it's a racist thing going on because the other day, when they beat the Aces, it was pertaining because Mitchell, Howard, and Boston. But in all the thumbnails, it's Cunningham. Oh, well, Cunningham saved them. It was Donald who hit the three-pointer that gave him a 10-point lead to put the game really out of touch. Sophie Cunningham is a spot shooter. She cannot dribble off the ball, cannot take you off the cuff and score. If it wasn't for Mitchell and them throwing the ball to the sideline, because a lot of people wasn't paying her no attention, she hits those shots. But she's not a person that's going to come down and take you off the dribble and going to shoot. That's not what she do. She can't do that. But here y'all go. Thumbnails. Why is Caitlin Clark in the thumbnail? She's not even playing. Because this is all they got. They don't have nothing else. It's a meltdown. Well, I guess y'all need to start melting, because if the word is out for the rest of the season, it's too bad for y'all. I guess evidently you wasn't a basketball fan. So that means you don't support the Fever as a team. You want to blame everybody. Why don't you blame Caitlin Clark management, who have a lot to say? I bet you Stephanie White wanted to bring her off the bench when she came back, so because they already had a chemistry. They won. It was winning games. They won games without her. What, there was 5 and 6. That was good. Now they 6 and 6 without her, and they 8 and 6 with her. You do the math. But let's just say this: if I was coaching, and we beat some of the elite teams, and you're coming back, I would have brought you off the bench to see how their chemistry would have still been playing, and then bring you in the game. The reason why they want to slow down the game, because it's stressful running up and down the court. But Caitlin Clark can't play in the half set. She don't have a mid-range game like Paige Booker. Paige Booker could take you from the three. It ain't got to be local threes, as long as the three-point line. Paige Becker could take you to the hoop. Paige Becker could take you to the mid-range game. And guess what? Paige Becker ain't got to be pushing you off because she got handles. Clark don't have. She got handles. She got good eyes for the court. But she can't get separation unless she push off. Look at Paige Becker. She don't do that. You want to compare somebody? Paige Becker. Paige Becker's an all-around player. She plays defense. And she's not the point guard. And she still get the same amount of numbers. So for all you Fever fans out here that's melting down, that's your problem. You're not a basketball fan. What y'all need to do is just go get an arena, go and get 9 other girls that barely can't play no basketball, and just let Caitlin Clark get the ball and shoot, so y'all could be happy, because it ain't gonna happen in the WNBA. It's already bad enough that the players are not challenging her when she go to the basket. They letting her go, so there won't be no crying about, oh, you fouled her or this and that. They already let her go to the hoop. When she does get to drive to the basket, they let her go. A lot of players don't even challenge it. Y'all should be happy. That's the closest to her mid-range game she's gonna get, because she'll be in the paint, won't even take the shot. She'll throw it out to somebody to the three. Because she don't have a mid-range game like Paige Becker or Skylar Diggins or Sabrina. She don't have that type of game. Because I'm getting on you Fever fans. You're the one who's creating the racism in this whole situation on social media. Your YouTubers that's just kiss Caitlin's ass. Because that's the only thing y'all could talk about, because y'all need the views. It ain't about basketball talk. The only person I'm going to give credit to is Quita, Chicago. And there's a Caucasian girl, I can't remember her name right now. They're about the most understandable ones when it comes to this. Everybody else, a lot of you black guys and all that, y'all know, y'all worse than Robert Griffin III. I ain't calling him RG3, Robert Griffin, the clown. All y'all do is sit up here and y'all just knock the black players. You know, it's sad that Kennedy Carter get called a thug. Black player get called a thug, and Sophie Cunningham football tackle the hell out of Marbury, and yet she's been called an enforcer. Double standards. WNBA need to stand up and enforce the rules. At the end of the game, when your teams are playing in the circle, at the end of the game, y'all get in the circle and y'all talk your little stuff on the floor. After they do that, y'all should let the team should be mandatory to go with the other players and shake it out, hug it out, and move forward. That can end a lot of the stupid racism talk on social media. Because I'm going to tell you one thing. We didn't have this talk before. Now, Caitlin Clark, I'm going to say this, the great white hope. Nobody holds her accountable for nothing. Nobody holds her accountable for her attitude, her snobbery on the court, Talking about she gonna call a commissioner on one of the referees. Like, who the fuck you think you are? Like, seriously. Jordan even do that. And Jordan has a way more capability of drawing money to the NBA. Jordan changed the economy. You're not changing the economy, okay? Your sneakers ain't selling millions of sneakers. You don't have to have a police escort every time you leave a home game with the helicopter flying over you home and they're closing the highway down, because you're not Jordan. Let people need to stop putting you in that category. You haven't even won nothing. You lost 2 back-to-back finals in the college game. You lost against LSU and you lost against South Carolina. And if it wasn't for that bogus call against UConn, you wouldn't have been in the finals. You haven't won. You ain't, the Commissioner Cup is not you. It's your teammates. It's your teammates. And all you Caitlin Clark fans, if y'all having a meltdown, guess what? Who really gives a flying rat ass? Who cares? I don't. See ya.